Oh, hey friends. Welcome back to another episode where you've got a formerly very disengaged employee in your ear telling you why we misunderstood you so bad. And now I see it so clearly. Today's tip, I think, is going to take you very far, and it's pretty simple. And it's that when you're explaining things to us, when we have a question and we interrupt you, first of all, we feel super bad. I'm so sorry. Allow me to apologize for everyone who's ever interrupted you. We know we're bugging you and we're embarrassed. When we have a question about like, hey, how do I get my pay stub? Hey, I think I need to take time off. My mom is sick or something like that. Or if you're at the all hands and you're like trying to get employees to take action on something, don't use the abbreviations only. So here's some examples, and here's what I mean. Let's say you have an employee who reaches out to you saying that they are feeling really stressed and they're wondering if there's like mental health support. Instead of you saying, yeah, we have an EAP, you should use it. We don't know what that means. We already feel bad for bugging you. Now you're using an acronym and we're like, what? I knew it. I'm stupid. I'm worthless. And that's not at all how you mean to come across. But you know it stands for Employee Assistance Program. What you could say to us instead is, yeah, we have a program specifically for this. It's called an Employee Assistance Program. You might hear me say EAP sometimes, but we totally have a free mental health service. If you're feeling stressed or need support, absolutely. Let's get you using that program that we got specifically for what you're describing to me. Let's say an employee interrupts you and says, hi, I'm buying a house. I'm buying a car. I'm getting divorced. I need a copy of my pay stub. Where do I get my pay stub? Instead of saying, oh, just log into our HRIS. We don't know what that means. Just say, you're going to want to log into our payroll software. We use Bamboo HR. I know you don't often need to log into that, so that's probably the new concept to you. It was in your onboarding, but I totally get that because it's not a tool you use frequently. I'm happy to give you a link to our intranet that shows you how to reset your password if you need to, but it's in our payroll tool. I call it an HRIS. We don't really need all that extra information. Just pay attention if you're using an acronym to explain something to us, because we might be nodding and smiling, but we're distracted at quickly trying to figure out what you mean. If we even go Google it, sometimes we will just shut down and just be like, I don't know what that meant, so I'm just going to do nothing, which is not what you want. And just another quick, easy example is, this isn't an acronym, but in your all hands or your town hall or whatever all company meeting, don't tell everyone you're sending an engagement survey. Hey everyone, we're sending an engagement survey. Please take it. Just say you're sending a survey. Whether it's a pulse survey, an engagement survey, an EMPS survey, there's content coming in the following weeks where I'm going to teach you the difference between those, but just say it's a survey. We get a little lost in the sauce when you give us too much information into the specifics. Also, a few of us will take engagement as, oh, they want me to tell on myself that I'm not feeling like I love my job. That sounds like a fast track to getting fired or put on a PIP or in trouble. So always explaining the why and saying like, hey, we're sending a survey to figure out how we can serve you all better and give you a great employee experience. No company's perfect. And I would have no idea what unfolds in your daily life. And I'm here to make it better. That's my job. Among all the other things that you do in the background, which yes, you like own so much in the background that goes underappreciated and undervalued. But just say you're sending a survey and tell employees what's in it for them. We're sending a survey to help turn this company into a great place to work and make your daily life so that good in a way that you want to stay, because deep down, you know that's good for business. You know, for the managers, it makes for more productive teams. And for the employee, though, what they care about is what's in it for me. Am I going to get in trouble? Just say you're sending a survey and you're fully expecting negative feedback because the global workforce is disengaged. And I don't know if you've noticed, but you're probably disengaged too. And that's why we're here talking about it. Some other examples are like L&D, HSA, FSA, COBRA. A lot of us know what PTO is, but depending on how experienced someone is, if someone's very new to the workforce, if this is their first job, they may not know what PTO is. Just try to catch yourself if you're using an acronym. Make sure you're saying it to the level of a fifth grader. Yes, we have a savings account that you can pay into from your paycheck that helps you cover expenses. It's called an HSA or a health savings account. Don't just say, oh yeah, we have an HSA for that, because then the conversation kind of stops there and we feel like we're at a dead end, because it's not that we're not intelligent, but we're doing our daily life too. And if you can believe it, we're being run amok just like you for different reasons. And we are just as tired and we struggle just as much with context switching. So if you sound smart at us with our request, we interpret that as like, we're not good enough. And then we kind of shut down and stop listening. So always, 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 if you're going to use an acronym, make sure you're following it with or leading with what it is and explain it in a way that a kid could understand. It's not that we're kids, we're just tired too. We need you to explain things very basically to us. And then we're much more likely to opt into and use the incredible benefits that you worked so hard to get the executives to sign off on and give to us, like the EAP. I think the EAP is a good one. I actually didn't know what EAP was until I quit corporate to start doing this full time. I'm learning all the acronyms and I'm like, oh, there's so many times I heard this information and I didn't know what it meant. And I kind of wandered blindly through what I needed to sign up for or what benefits were available to me. And you work so hard to make that stuff available to us and we don't always use it. And it's because we don't know what it means. We don't speak the same language. So you can make some kind of acronym cheat sheet and make a Google Doc and let everyone help contribute. And then you alphabetize it. Ask the whole company, hey, we're going to make a resource for everyone in case an acronym's thrown around and you don't know what it means. You can throw it into this Google Doc and we'll keep it constantly updated. That way you don't have to do all the work yourself too. So just make sure you are explaining your acronyms and not using HR language on us because we don't speak the same language as you, but we want to be understanding you and we want you to understand us. So that's your tip for this week. Keep it simple. We do think you're our friend, and especially when we understand what you're saying and we don't feel like our question was dumb, we super appreciate when you help us to get to the best right answer in a way that makes sense to us. So keep being awesome. I know a day in your life is tricky. It's tough. You're doing great. Keep going. Keep fighting the good fight. Your gift of empathy sometimes feels like a curse, but it is not. And you are having a profound effect on your employees more than you realize when you take the time to do these little things right. So thanks for being you, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.